In this video, I'm going to show an example of Slurm Script. Here is an example of Slurm Script. You need to use your VI editor to create a text file. The first line is #site and exclamation mark /bin and /bash. In our red HPC, the default shell is bash shell. The next line, #s_batch, is a directive to define some variables. You need to start every line beginning with #s_batch, and then -- is actually 2-- job name, and you can define your own job name. The -- partition is the name of the queue. In the red, you may use DEFQ, that is basically default queue. For most of the computation job, actually we have two queues. One is default queue, another is GPU queue. Another line time is war time. That means how long you are going to allocate the time to run your job. It is hours, minutes, and seconds. Nodes means how many nodes you are going to use to run your job. N tasks per node. In our red HPC computing node, each node has 2 processors, and each processor has 16 cores. So the total number of cores in each node is 32. Mail type, and here you can define when the certain events happens, the system going to send you an email. The events can be begin, end, fill, requeue, or I think most of the time when the job done at end or something happens, fail situation, you will get an email. Mail user, that is basically your own email address, so the system can send your email when the events happens. The output is defined the output file name, such as your job name, underscore, and then percentage $j, that means the job ID, and then .out, that means output file. After all comments there, it's start for your real program. The first step is actually to load your module. Sometimes someone recommended to purge your module first to clean up your environment. My recommendation is just to load your module. For example, in this case, if you use OpenMPI, you load OpenMPI PI module. But you need aware of there are several implementations in the red HPC. My example here is just a normal OpenMPI GCC. Another line is I recommended to you add the date and pwd command into your next line. That's going to show what is the time and which current directory you submit your script. This is easy for the debug. The next line is your program. In my example, I prefer you to add echo program start from here. So you know all your programs start in this line. And after this line, you're going to write all your script file to run MPI or whatever you need to run. Then after everything's done, you echo all done to tell your program finished. After that, I recommended you to put a data command again. In that way, you know what time your script finished. Certainly, the last line is exit 0. That means your program exit finished successfully. This example I put into home shared example Slurm directory. When you log into red, you can copy this example to make a modification and to create your own. I'm going to put some more examples into this home shared example. There are maybe several folders, for example, Slurm, MPI, TensorFlow, whatever. you can copy script from there to make a modification that's easy for you. After you finish your script, before you submit your job, it's very important you need SSH into RED 1. That is our master node. You submit job from the master node, then the system going to schedule your job. Otherwise, if you submit your login node, you will get error message. The login node is your home directory. It's easy for you create your file, transfer your file. The I/O is much faster. But when you submit the job, you need to go to the master node to submit. The command is sbatch and then your /, that means the current directory in your home directory. You submit this task script file. If you want to check the status, your job, you can use SQ. And sinfo is to show the information about the job. Here is the example how to write. If you use the -u and the username, only show your job. Otherwise, it's going to show every job in the queue. If you cancel a job, you can use scancel to give the job ID. Okay. Next video, I'm going to get into our RED, show you what exactly to create script, to run job, to monitor a job. Okay, thank you very much. See you next time.